service professionals make more money. And in today's video, I will be showing you how to use funnels to sell more of your products and services. If you are into health products on Facebook and you've been having your ads banned here and there, what I'll be sharing with you this morning is very, very important, and it's gonna sincerely, it's gonna. If you're a coach, you're a service professional, you're an expert, you're a consultant, and you're looking for ways to sell more of your products and your services, then this video that you are watching um, will help you a great deal. I don't know how long this video will be, but I'll try as much as possible to um, give you details and show you practically, not just talk, but I'll show you practically how you can do all of this and set it up. So, if you can me, if you can hear me, please kindly it in the kindly do so in the comment section while I also um, check my mobile phone to uh, see how did it. So just give me a minute while I also check the phone. So supposed to be a minute. Almost there. If you are live, you can hear me. If you can say please say hi in the comment section. Let me hear you say hi. All right, I think I am audible now. So, uh, okay. So if you have any question, please feel free to ask that in the comment section. I will be watching you see. So if you have any question, please ask, and I will answer as soon as I can. All right. So I want to go into details of what a funnel is and explain how it can help your business. You can see in my background, you can see something like a step, a ladder. You can see, um, okay, the first step here, which is the lead magnet. You can see the lead magnet here. The next step, initial offer. Then you can see first tire, top tire, then second tire, then top tire. You can see there. So I'm good. That's what I'll be using to explain um, what this is all about. That's what I'll be using. A funnel basically is a journey you take your prospects to your leads. It's a journey you take them through, right from them not knowing you, not having come across to you, and not actually knowing who you are or what it is you do. Then that funnel is a process that takes them from the unknown, from not knowing you, then they come, then coming down to knowing you, then before they buy from you, and now becoming a brand evangelist or um, believing more in what you do, and now buying your products and now becoming an advocate. They now become your evangelist. They tell other people about your business. They tell other people about your service. And so if you want to learn how to, if you want to sell more of your products, you need to know how to use a funnel. And I'll be explaining it to you. Right. Now, before I go into the details of what a funnel of the practical aspect of funnels, I want to say this, that first and foremost, you need to be able to identify your target audience. This is the most basic thing when it comes to online marketing. You need to identify who your target clients are, your target audience. You need to know them. And this is a mistake so many people make online. So many people make this mistake online. They say their market is for everybody. They they don't know the pains. Many people are just concerned about making the money. Sincerely, they just want to make the money. You are not concerned about the customer, and you cannot get money from your customer if you are not actually passionate about them. You cannot get more money. Though sometimes you might not even care about your customer, you just sell the product that serves a particular need and you just sell it to them and you get your money and remove it. You are not even concerned. But if you are into consultancy, you're into coaching, you are into thought leadership and what have you need to understand the concept of funnels because it's very, very important. That's how you get people to know you, like you, and trust you. You get people to believe in you. You get people to understand the kind of person you are. You get people to know what drives you, and most importantly, you get people to see that you care about them. So if you're going to sell more of your products and your services online, you need a funnel, and I'll be demonstrating it practically like I told you. So, like I was saying, you need to understand your target audience. Your target audience is not everybody. For me as a business person, my target audience are coaches, consultants, and service professionals. Yes, and that's why I don't do more of e-commerce now. I used to do it in the past, but I don't. I am not cut out for that. As not that I don't have the knowledge to set up an e-commerce funnel and whatever. I have the knowledge by the grace of God, but it's not something that I readily want to involve myself in. So if somebody who is into e-commerce comes, I can advise you, I can tell you what to do, I can even refer you to, and if I'm not all that busy, I can set up an e-commerce sales funnel for you to sell a product. I was doing that with a client sometime ago. I can also do that for you. But majority of what I do, my target customers are coaches, consultants, because that's a field that I also play in. I'm also a coach by the grace of God. I'm also a consultant, and I've consulted for companies, individuals in the past, and I feel more at home doing this, offering my services and teaching this because this comes naturally to me. I find it very easy teaching and showing people what is possible. So you need to be able to identify your target customers. If you're going to go into sales of health products, every health product is not meant for everybody. So if you're selling something for like something that has to do with like diabetes, so a product that is diabetes, you know everybody's not the customer. You need to do research. Who are the people that are that are more prone to diabetes? You need to know them. You need what are the symptoms? What are the things? What are the you need to know more about diabetes, about the problem, about diabetes itself, about that sickness, about that disease, and how it affects the psyche, the mentality, and so many other things about people. So you need to be able to do that research. But one of the major things I've discovered is that so many people are not ready to do this research. So many people, so so many people are not ready to do research. They're not ready to do customer research. Sorry, I'm just trying to find out who's online. If you're online, just say hi in the comment section. So many people are not ready to do that research. They are not ready. I take time before I work with any client. I take time to ask those questions. Who are your target customers? Who are this? I take time, and from their answers, I also do my own further research to find out who their target customer, because it is knowing those target customers that forms the basis of all the marketing, adverts, the content, and what have you. Because if you don't identify your target audience sincerely, you will not be able to um, reach out to them effectively. You will not be able to know the right words. But that's not the major focus of this particular training. I'll leave a comment in the link in the comment section. I have a video on how to identify your target audience. I have a video on YouTube that teaches that expressly. So I won't waste much time. So, but today I just want to show you practically how to use funnels. So, like to sell more of your products and services. Like I told you at the beginning, a funnel is simply a journey you take your customers to from the unknown to the known, or from them not knowing you then to knowing what problem you can help them solve. And if you look at the background here, like I initially pointed out, you can see something here called lead magnet. For example, let me give you this example. Um, if I want people to come in, if I want to consult with people, or if I want people to take up my consulting services, this is a practical thing that I do. Um, It's a practical thing that I do. And what I basically do is that I offer free consulting sessions. That is a lead magnet. It's an attraction, something to attract them to me. That's what I do. So I give other free consulting session as the first step is a lead magnet. Is you can see there, you can see it qualifies and capture list, checklist, video guide, free consulting sessions. I'll share my screen with you and show you a particular funnel I designed. I set up for a client some time ago. So I'll share my screen with you. All right. Okay, so here it is. This is a practical um, lead generation funnel, or I call it an attraction funnel to get people to come in for consulting sessions. I did this for the client, a tax consultant, sometime earlier this year, and this is how it flows. Now he offers tax um, tax services. You know, he is a financial consultant, so he has different services. But for people to purchase or to buy into that service, what it does first is to have a free consulting session. And this is how it looks like. This is the opt-in page, a page where people put in their email. And now on that, I'll also show you practically how I do this. Okay, this is um, a lead, an opt-in page. An opt-in page is a place where people can put their emails and their name. And they they are sent to, after the opt-in here, they are sent to a place where they can schedule a meeting, a free consulting session. I'll be sharing the stories once that page comes up. I'll share it with you. So after they schedule the meeting, um, they get an email that in one way or the other still. So if they get to this meeting and they don't schedule the meeting, they still get an email that pushes them. But the essence of this email is to push them to schedule that meeting because that's what we want to do. So after they schedule the meeting, they get a confirmation email that the meeting has been scheduled. So on the day they schedule, they meet with they have that consulting session with the consultant, and he addresses their issues. And from there, he can now sell his services, his consulting services. Let me share that. All right, this is the screen. This is the screen. As you can see here, for the business owner looking to effectively manage their books. So this is schedule for consulting session. So if you click here, there'll be a pop. So you enter your name and your email address. So this addresses a particular problem and discover how to manage your business accounts and avoid government tax hammer. For people who are looking for how to avoid government tax hammer, who want to balance their books and pay their taxes correctly, this is a free consulting session. And you can see this image. I was the one who set up this entire page for this client. You can see this image that looks like that of a troubled person. You can see, have you been trying to obtain a tax clear, blah, blah, blah. Is your business accounting records and system in total shambles? Is your business open to fraud? You know, these are problems that the particular or the target audience is going through. Their particular targeted audience or customers. So, do you know if your business is secure already? Are you always overwhelmed preparing the monthly salary of members of staff? So you can see this consulting session is for you to discover how to manage your business accounts. And so you listed out all those problems. And so if you click to schedule, yes, so it will automatically take you to a page. seems I have already put in my email because I tested it out before. So you can go to the Psychiatry Smart Solutions or Comfort Slash Solutions. All right, so maybe it's my internet or is the server of the client. I think it might be the client because I know I've tested this and so the bottom line of what I'm trying to find out is this that this client is doing this so that they can have people to come up for his free consulting session. No, people are not paying any money. They come into this session, he addresses their needs, and he will sell or sell them his services. And so you can see just like the picture, let's see, just like the picture in my on my in my background, just like the picture there, you can see. So once you schedule a free session, then you now sells you, it tells you about these other services, which will further address the business problem that you have. Because the consulting session may not be enough to address all the problems or challenges you are facing in business. So in one way or the other, you take him up in is you take him up for any of the services. And now it's not everybody that comes to the free consulting session that will take up the service. That's a normal thing. It's not everybody that comes to the free consulting session that will take up this free offer. I mean, that will take up his paid services. It's not everybody. And so that's a normal thing. But the bottom line is that he's trying to get more people to come into so he's getting more people to come into his system. So rather than just tell people, I offer this service, I offer this service, he's using that as a point of contact in order to get more. And now this comes with a less aggressive approach when it comes to convincing people, because by the time it comes, it does that for consulting session for you and it provides solution. You you have there's less friction, you have less inhibition to actually take him up on any of his offers because he's been able to prove his expertise with you. And that's also what I'm doing now, providing you this free information, providing you this so much value is a way of showing you that yes, I know what I'm doing and I can help you set up something like this. So let me share that particular image with you. That is in my background. Let me share this. Okay, so here it is. So this lead magnet, you can see, check this video, guide video, free sample trial. That is exactly what I'm doing now. I'm providing I'm providing, not free offer, free information about how to use funnels to sell more of the business and what have you. That's what I'm doing right now. And if you now come up, aside this, I also have a free 30 minutes consulting session. I can also drop the link in the description or in the comment section. So you can take me up on that free consulting session. And you come up to the free consulting session, we talk, I help you to diagnose your business. I tell you what the challenges are, what the problems are, and how you can solve it. Then from there, the initial offer. The initial offer is the first, what is for coaches or consultants, your initial offer can be a low price product. Now, if you come up for my consulting session and you get, I tell you this is what this is going to cost you. I might have products or my service can be either at this first tier or second tier. Now, you may not be able to afford it initially, but I may have an ebook, a course that you can take that will solve that problem for you, to solve the basic problem that you have. So if you are not able to afford maybe something around this range of $1,000, I have courses, I have ebooks around this price or more than this price that will help solve the particular problem that you are experiencing. So the ebook will help solve that, and that's why it's good that as a consultant or as a service professional or as an a thought leader or whatever should have products or services in various categories. If your consulting session, your one-on-one session, or your one-on-one service coaching is about maybe 100,000, and somebody who comes to you initially cannot afford the 100,000, if the person can, if you have a course, maybe the cost might be around 10,000, 15,000, the person can take up the course and get value. Then from the value the person gets, maybe after implementing or whatever, from the so much value you get from that course, person can later on come up here. And so you need to have like two, at least two. That's what I advise people. Aside this initial of this lead magnet, the free, have an initial offer and have no more. You don't necessarily have to have all these five ready when you start out. At least have three. Have something free you are giving out. Then have an initial offer, a book, a course, a product that's low price. You call it minimum viable product (MVP). Then you have a higher base, a higher price product. At least these three levels when you're starting out. Or sometimes you can just have this one and this one. It's very much possible. You can have this and this one. All right. Now, I don't want to go into details of maybe free email list building or paid email list building, bias list. That's not what I want to go into right now. That's another topic. So that's that about it. So um, now I want to now go into why as if you are into uh, sales of health products. I'm going to do a funnel that will show you how to sell your health products. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you a simple funnel that you can use to sell more of your health products. I'm going to show you a funnel that you can use, and I'm going to build it from scratch here. Now, I want you to understand that if you are selling health products online, aside you knowing your target audience, I've seen people do from Facebook ads to sales pages. There are some people have pre-sale pages. There was a time I was selling this lavender oil that is used to cure, is it cure or erase stretch marks. And then what I basically did was Facebook ads to a pre-sale page. That pre-sale page is a page where like a story page talking about the issue, the problem. Then from there, there's another I link you up to the next page, which is sales page. So on if you are now interested, I click here to read more. So you now click here. So that sales page is where the solution is. Then on that sales page, you now have the order form and what have you. Uh, it used to work in the past. I'm not saying it does not work now because I don't do much of health products, but the reason why I'm sharing this with you right now is because yesterday I put up a post on my WhatsApp. I wanted to offer free business sessions to people who had issues with getting more customers online. And one of my friends reached out to me and said his sales has nosedive has reduced drastically because of this Facebook ads ban and what have you. And the question I asked him was that, are you building an email list? He said no. And I told him that's where the problem is. So if I were to sell, okay, just like the example I made at the beginning, if I'm to sell a product um, that addresses, or let me see, if I were to sell a product that helps to solve that, is it solve diabetes or cure diabetes? If I have to sell a product that cures the diabetes, what I will do, I will show you. What I will do personally is that I will create an opt-in page and create an ebook that gives people or that gives people information on how to cure diabetes in organic. Now, it might sound counterproductive. Yes, it might sound counterproductive, but or I'll put it this way: it might be a product on how to avoid diabetes or how to treat diabetes. If I do a whole lot of research online, my product is not the only solution. There might be other organic methods of um, of curing diabetes. I'll put all of this together and I'll create an opt-in page, a page where people can get it for free. That's what I'll use as my Facebook ads. and get people to opt in for free. In that ebook, when I write all those things, uh, I will also position my product as a solution. I'll position my product as a solution. So once people read that ebook, they'll be directed to my sales page. So there's no way Facebook sees my sales page directly. So it's just my opt-in page, then the thank you page, and an email where they get all of this for free, the ebook for free. So once they get the ebook for free, then this is where email marketing now comes in. I send them a mail on a daily basis. I tell them stories. I go online, I do research. I can use testimonials of people who have used the product, all in a bit to drive them to the sales page. And if email marketing is done very well, it is done very well, I can tell you that you will get more people patronizing your products. Now, a caveat: sales might not happen instantly. That's a fact. Sales might not happen instantly. But if you want to make more money from your health product in the long run, then if you use email marketing, I can tell you that you always have customers who will buy from you continuously over and over again. The email marketing, the writing of those follow up emails, they are not hard. Somebody who does this very well online is Mr. Joe Okoro. To the best of my knowledge, he has been into this for a very long time. He has been doing a whole lot of online business, and I don't think I've seen him so much online. But his emails, I read his emails, and his emails are good. He sells products, the health products, men's sexual products, and what have you. But that's not what it comes. And aside that, he also advertises other products as well. So let me show you practically how to do this. I'll be sharing, I'll be doing from scratch, and let's um, do it together. Okay. I'll be using an app called Analytics, and this is what I'll be doing with it. Okay, let's get it started. First and foremost, use an open page. So this is a simple funnel I'm going to show you. So from the Facebook ads to the opt-in page. This opt-in page will tell them, okay, 5 ways to cure diabetes organically, or or um, 3 things to do, or 5 things to do to avoid diabetes. Then from my Facebook ads, this is the traffic source, Facebook ads to the opt-in page. Once they get to this opt-in page, then takes them over to the thank you page. And on this thank you page, I tell them, look, there's an email you are getting. So immediately they opt in, I tell them to go check. Immediately they opt in, I tell them, so on this thank you page, I tell them go and check your email for the download. So after they get this email, in the email, I've already included a link to the sales page. every day I send an email. Every day. You might be saying, is it possible to write an email every day? It's very much possible. It's very much possible to write an email every day. I have a course on video marketing and other stuff like that. Not some other stuff that can help you as regards knowing how to write emails. So this leads all these emails I'm sending. There's always a link to the sales page. So from this sales page, for some people they have an order form on the sales page. Let me add that information. So on the sales, after you order on the sales page, then let me put this. Then sales. This is now where um this is now where uh, so from here we can now call them to confirm the order and then ship the order. Yes, this does not happen in a day. Be very candid with you. Email marketing is not quick. But if you learn how to do it well and you are able to consistently provide valuable information, I can tell you, you make a whole lot of money selling this, do selling health products online. Like I told you, this is not my major area of specialization. I work more with coaches, consultants, and whatever. But if you have a project like this and you want me to do this for you, I need to first know because it's not every kind of product I do things like this for. I am very picky. I'm very picky when it comes to things like this. I'm very picky about who I work with and the kind of products I work. I set up for people. Like, I've had people come to me. I want you to set up something for jewelry. I don't do that. Cosmetics, I don't do that. Hair, human hair, I don't do all of that. I don't do that at all. That's my own personal conviction. Human hair, jewelry, cosmetics, and what have you. Those three niches I don't consult or I don't do anything that's that. But it is health products, and I need to do the kind of health products. There was a time somebody wanted me to set up a funnel as regards sexual health products. I did not, human, men, penis, and lager. I did not take it. Yeah, I had to refund the money. I did. I refunded the money. So, but if it's for other generic things, for example, now, if you are selling something that has to do with the automobile or something like that, you can, if you are not experiencing so much Facebook ban wahala, you can go directly from ads to sales page directly. But make sure you are gathering the emails of buyers so that then you now create an email list. You can use get response or whatever, get that up and send and continue to provide value so that you can sell other products to them. So that's it about this. I hope you have gained something wonderful. So if you are a coach, if you're a coach, I let me show you something I did for a network marketing coach who wanted to get more people to attend this training session. I shared the video on my timeline some time ago. We spent 16,000 to get over um, around 100 plus 100. Sorry, so somebody, I'm using my battery from my internet connection. Somebody just called me. That's what caused the um, sorry. Okay, let me share. This is the last one I'm going to share. You see, Okay, I did this for a network marketing coach who wanted to get more people into his webinar presentation. So I did this, set up this page, and in this page, you click, you put in your email and name, reserve your seat. It now takes you to the thank you page that tells you that you should for check your email for the link to the webinar. So the webinar held last month. So this, once you register, it will show you this page. And so I also set up the Facebook ads. We spent about 16,000. We have over 100 people. I think cost per lead is around 200 plus, then 200 naira thereabouts. That was cost per lead. So if you want me to set up something like this for you, as a coach or consultant, you want more people to attend your webinar, you want your network marketing coach, you want more downlines, you want people to turn either to your WhatsApp group, you want them to so that you can do presentations and get more people to buy into your offer or your company. This let me know. And if you're into Oriflame, I'm going to do this for Oriflame people. Like I said, anything that has to do with cosmetics and whatever, I'm going to do this. this, this specifically. So, I hope you have learned something is so if you have any question, please feel free to ask the section. If you can send me a message at 09077757725 09077757725. That's so you can send me a message. You can send me a message and you can please like you can please like and subscribe, click the subscribe button and hit the bell notification so you can buy. Okay. All right. So thank you for watching this video. I really listen to this.